You've probably eaten it before in sushi, crab salad, or maybe that seafood pasta from the grocery store. It's soft, pink, and flaky, and proudly called crab stick. But here's the shocking truth. It's not crab. Not even a little bit. Yup, you've been eating seafood cosplay this whole time. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the world's most successful food imposter. How a clever invention from Japan fooled the world, changed the seafood industry, and made us all love fake crab without realizing it. This is the fake crab stick that's not crab at all, right here on History of Food. Let's start with the basics, those crab sticks you see in California rolls or seafood salads. They're made mostly from fish paste, not crab. The official name is surimi, which in Japanese literally means ground meat. So what's in it? Whitefish, usually Alaskan pollock, gets minced into a fine paste, washed, strained, and blended with starch, egg whites, sugar, salt, and a few other ingredients. The result? A smooth, bouncy paste that can be shaped into almost anything, including something that looks suspiciously like crab. Then comes the genius part, coloring and flavoring. The outer layer is tinted reddish-orange to mimic cooked crab leg meat, while crab flavoring, often made from crab shells or natural extracts, imparts a seafood aroma. It's the ultimate culinary disguise. Think of it as the tofu of the ocean, versatile, mild, and surprisingly good at pretending to be something else. Surimi's roots go way back. We're talking over 900 years ago in Japan. Fishermen discovered that when they pounded leftover fish into a paste and cooked it, it stayed fresh longer and had a pleasing texture. But the modern crab stick, that was born in the 1970s, thanks to a man named Yoshitake Suzuki. He worked for Sugio Company, a Japanese company experimenting with ways to make seafood more affordable. Crab was expensive and seasonal, but fish was cheap and plentiful. So Suzuki asked, what if we made fake crab that still tastes like crab? In 1975, he and his team perfected it. Thin sheets of seasoned surimi rolled into sticks that resembled crab legs. They called it kani kamaboko, literally crabfish cake. It was affordable, tasty, and easy to mass produce. Fun fact, Suzuki originally intended it as a crab substitute for hot pot dishes, not sushi. But when it reached the US in the late 70s, Americans went nuts for it, especially when it landed in the California roll. Here's where things get deliciously ironic. The California roll, that iconic sushi staple, was actually born because real crab was too expensive in the US. In the early 1970s, a sushi chef in Los Angeles named Ichiro Mashita decided to use imitation crab instead of real crab meat to cut costs. To balance the flavor, he added avocado and cucumber, rolled it inside out, and voila! The California roll was born. And just like that, fake crab went mainstream. It was the perfect product, cheap, consistent, and easy to store. By the 1980s, imitation crab wasn't just in sushi. It was showing up in seafood salads, sandwiches, casseroles, and buffets across America. It's kind of poetic. A Japanese imitation ingredient helped make sushi popular in America, and then America made it famous worldwide. All right, let's clear up a few misconceptions. Fake crab, or imitation crab, isn't dangerous. It's not fake in the sense of plastic food. It's real fish, just restructured like a seafood version of chicken nuggets. That said, it's not a nutritional powerhouse. Surimi production strips out some nutrients, and additives like starch and sugar are added for texture and shelf life. Compared to real crab, imitation crab has less protein and fewer vitamins, but it's also lower in fat and cheaper. And yes, it's safe. Some versions use MSG for flavor enhancement, and if you're allergic to shellfish, you should still be cautious since some brands include real crab extract. But as far as processed foods go, imitation crab is surprisingly mild. So no, it's not junk. It's just seafood with a makeover. Surimi is one of food science's greatest triumphs. Here's how it works. When fish is ground up and washed, the myofibrillar proteins, that's the sciencey term for muscle fibers, help it form a gel when heated. That gives surimi its springy crab-like bite. The texture can even be customized. Manufacturers adjust the ratio of starch, salt, and egg white to get that perfect flake. It's culinary engineering at its finest. And if you've ever wondered why it never tastes too fishy, that's intentional. The washing process removes strong odors and flavors, leaving behind a neutral base that can be seasoned however they like. Basically, surimi is a food chameleon. With the right tweaks, it can mimic crab, lobster, shrimp, or even scallops. Japan's food industry has been using this trick for decades to make seafood go further, long before food tech was a buzzword. Today, imitation crab is everywhere, and it's big business. Japan, the US, and South Korea are the top producers, and it's estimated that millions of tons of surimi are made every year. The fish of choice? Alaskan pollock, caught in the North Pacific, is the most common. It's mild, plentiful, and sustainable when managed correctly. Other species like whiting or hake are sometimes used too, and even though we call it fake, it's actually part of a proud Japanese food innovation tradition, turning simple ingredients into something special through technique. Surimi products like kamaboko and Naruto maki, those cute pink spirals in ramen, all come from the same process. So next time you enjoy crab salad or sushi, remember, you're tasting centuries of food evolution in disguise. Here's a fun fact. Surimi is so versatile that it's used beyond crab sticks. In Japan, it's also molded into shapes like fish balls, shrimp substitutes, and even artificial scallops. And here's the kicker. NASA once studied surimi as a potential space food ingredient because of its high protein stability and long shelf life. Yep, astronauts might one day enjoy fake crab in orbit. Here's the twist. Imitation crab isn't really about deception. It's about accessibility. It gave millions of people around the world a way to enjoy the flavor and texture of crab without the cost or environmental toll of harvesting the real thing. It's not a fraud. It's a clever workaround. A symbol of food innovation that bridges luxury and affordability. So the next time someone says you're eating fake crab, you can smile and say, "Nope, I'm eating centuries of seafood science." From ancient fishermen pounding fish paste by hand to high-tech factories rolling out perfect crab sticks, imitation crab is a story of human creativity. How we learn to stretch resources, shape flavor, and make seafood for everyone. Sure, it's not real crab, but it's real ingenuity. So next time you bite into that sushi roll, don't feel cheated. You're tasting history, cleverly disguised as a crab leg. And that's the beauty of it. Sometimes fake just tastes too good to be real. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.